Just tell you a funny illustration of how peace came into my life. A few years ago, I was in bed 3:30 in the morning, and the alarm goes off on the outside of our house. A whir, a whir, a whir. And I get out of bed, and you know what? I cannot switch this thing off. It just won't stop going, a whir, a whir, a whir. And so I disconnect the electricity supply to the whole house. And still this thing doesn't switch off. It's whir, a whir, a whir, a whir. And at the end of that, you know what? Still this thing doesn't switch off. And so the next thing I do is I think, well, I'll pull the wiring out the wall. So I pull all the wiring. Don't do this at home. I pulled all the electrical wiring out of the wall. Still this thing would not switch off. A whir, a whir, a whir, a whir. By this stage, my next door neighbor and his wife have come round, and they are standing in my living room in their dressing gowns, and my next door neighbor is swearing at me. And this is not good, okay? And it's going, whir, a whir, a whir. And so the next thing I do is I think, what on earth am I going to do? So what I do is I get out a ladder, and I put this ladder on the outside of my house. This is nearly 4 o'clock in the morning. It's been going for 25 minutes now. A whir, a whir, a whir. And as I'm climbing up this ladder, I get hold of a sledgehammer. And I'm climbing up this ladder, and as I climb up the ladder, I can see that all my neighbors are waking up all around me, and they are thinking, when is that bloke going to do something about that house alarm? And do you know what? As I draw back the hammer to smash this alarm to smithereens, at that moment, it stops. And the peace and the joy. I can hear the birds singing. Folks, that's what it's like becoming a Christian. Over the years, the pressure builds, the family hassles, a whir, a whir, a whir, the relationship hassles, a whir, a whir, a whir, the relationship breakup hassles, a whir, a whir, a whir, all the aggravation you get as people hurt you, they come into your life and they hurt you, a whir, a whir, a whir, and then suddenly, on a Wednesday night at Newday, you come forward when you're invited, and at that moment, it stops.